Hello! Welcome to another episode of the PvP Graveyard. This is Westernjeff for our Christmas special edition here. It's December 24th, 2015. I hope you guys are having a great time spending time with your family, enjoying the Christmas and all the wonderful things that brings. I certainly am enjoying my family and having a great time. I decided to do a special Christmas special here for you guys. We're going to do some PvP action, and right now I know I'm not streaming live on Twitch, but this will be uploaded to the YouTube channel later on. For any advertisers out there, the PvP Graveyard will have 3 advertisements at the beginning, middle, and end. If you would like to advertise, please go to westernjeff.com and click on the advertisement page. There you can download the ad press pack and be able to purchase a great message for your company or your personal brand, whether you're a guildie or a guild looking to recruit, or if you like to specialize in selling any of your products. Please go to westernjeff.com and click on the advertising page. Today we're going to have a special Christmas edition here. We're going to talk about some awesome, wonderful stuff. Right now I'm going to head over to the Ashran and we're going to look at those wonderful vendors. But today we're going to be talking about some of the holiday events that go on and some of the titles and special things. And I would like to say that our player of the week is Chris Metzen. Chris Metzen, yes. He is a wonderful guy. He's been a Blizzard programmer here since the very start. Well, I don't want to say the very start. Maybe 2006, 2007 maybe he started. No, maybe it was already back in 2005. I can't remember exactly when Chris started as a game designer for Blizzard. But Chris has had a wonderful, has been a wonderful team member for Blizzard and has added huge concepts and to the game, and has really brought World of Warcraft to the masses in a great and wonderful way. And Chris also has his own achievement here for the Christmas edition of all the achievements here, which will give a nice, where am I going? I don't know. World events, there we go. And we want to go down to Winter Vale. Now we're in Winter Vale here. Where is Chris's? Oh, Metzen, there we are. Save the reindeer. And that's all in the Goblin territory in Azeroth. You got to complete a quest line, but on Metzen is actually a nod to Chris Metzen, the game designer. So I really want to say hats off to him and congrats on being player of the week. So going off to our first topic, I wanted to skew away a little bit since it's the holiday season. I wanted to talk about some of the holiday events and be kind of broad, but go a little specific in them as we queue up already for our random Battlegrounds. We're already 4 minutes into our queue. And let's see here. As we're going over the vendors, I want to talk about the holiday events in general. So Blizzard puts out 12 holiday events plus some extras. They got the Brawler Guild and the Dark Moon Fair out too. And a lot of those achievements are time specific. So, for example, right now the Winter Veil is during the holiday season. And if you opened up your calendar, and I opened up my map, don't want to do that. Ooh, where's my calendar? There we go. If you open up your calendar there, you see the start date, which was the 16th, and it ends on the 2nd of January. And right after that, it looks like Lunar should start right after that. And we're looking for it, and we don't have them. Where is the Lunar? There it is, all the way down. It starts in February 1st, it looks like. So you can only do the achievements in a time-specific area for those who do not know that. I think it should be very obvious because you can't even pick up the regions or do the quests or any of those items except during the holiday thing. Now, some people, when they do the quests for the holiday achievements, they kind of go on, while they say to themselves, well, I'm going to do a few of the first few days, and then I'm going to take a little break, and then do a few more, and then I'll finish up right before it ends. I really strongly say no to that. I would say you would want to do all your achievements up at front. And the reason why is that the interest in doing the holiday achievements um, per cycle really wanes right after the first few days. And several achievements requires people to help you with. A great example is the October time is when you have to do the Headless Horseman. And as normal, at first everybody wants to do the Headless Horseman and do those achievements. But after a few days, people start waning out, and you need to get people to queue up in order to do Headless Horseman. And you also need help doing a few of the other quests. For example, if you're Alliance, you got to put out the fires in in Elwyn Forest. And you really would like to have some help out there. And really, people really dwindle after those first few days. So getting those achievements, even though if you never done them at first, they're really expansive. There's several quests to do. You got to go all the way around the in-game world there and find all kinds of stuff. You really want to nail that down as early as possible. Now, is there really any benefit for PvP doing for the achievements in PvP? The answer is no. You get a lot of nice titles here, and as I don't have my titles up because I have, unfortunately, an add-on that prevents that at the moment. But you get a nice title. Some of the titles are really nice. Some of them, not so nice. They're just kind of bland. Now, not every holiday has its own title, but several do. Let's go to my achievements. And so I know for Midsummer, there's the Flame Warden. Oh, I can't even find it now. How about that? Let's see here. Lunar Festival. Love is in the air. I can't even find them now. Maybe Blizzard has taken those away once you did the achievement. And of course, I have an add-on that prevents looking at my titles. But I know, for example, there are titles associated with the holiday events. There's also some items, some very unique items that you can get from the holiday events. And can you use them in Battlegrounds? Generally speaking, while the holiday is active, the answer is yes, you can use them. Some of them are quite nice. For example, 2 or 3 increase in health every second. So there's like food items. There's a few pots. Doesn't give you a huge edge, but it's nice for the few days, and it's a nice break to try to do something else and not take from your raid bag, which, as I'm looking here, is getting a little scarce. That's all right. So the pots and potions are just a nice mix-up once in a while. You cannot use them in rated battlegrounds, though. That is the big thing. So players who think that, all of a sudden I have a food buff that will increase my health if I sit and eat for 5 seconds, for a second, it'll increase every 5%, I mean. So 5% per tick. You cannot use those in rated battlegrounds, and of course you cannot also use them in arena either. So be aware of that. So don't stock up thinking that, oh my gosh, this is something that's awesome and great. Now, after the holiday ends for certain items, you can still use them, but you won't be able to replenish your stock. For example, snowballs years ago, it used to be a nice, cool thing. You could throw snowballs, and I used to have in my bank a whole bunch of stacks of snowballs, and during the summer months you would go get a stack out of the bank, and you would go and throw them at your friends in game world, and that was a lot of fun. But once you ran out of snowballs, well, that was the end of it. And you can also, it used to be that you can also make a wonderful pet appear, the snowman appear with a snowball. I think they removed that 2 years ago, that requirement, and I don't know if he only appears now only in Wintervale or not. Let's see here. I want to look at my snowman. See, it's been so long since I've looked at my pets and wonderful things like that. My pet journal. Let's see if I can type it in and see snowman. Aha, tiny snowman. So I want to summon him. It doesn't look, because now they have battle pets. It doesn't look like you need him. Let's strike him away. Let's summon him again. Dismiss. Summon. Come on, you could do it. Summon. Oh, there he is. And he's a little pet. Now, I got him years ago for doing, I believe it was completing a quest where you could buy him from a vendor with currency or this whatever special token at the time. And he was pretty cool to have. I think a lot of people have him now. And I think he's only, I don't think, he may be summonable outside of the actual holiday event because he looks like you can actually fight him, which is pretty cool. How many people have a snowman in their pet journal? Not many. Let's see here. We're coming up. Already 11 minutes. See, I already queued up earlier thinking that, before I started the show here, thinking that we can get into a battleground as quickly as possible. But, you know, it never happens that way. We'll probably get AV or IOC because of this longer average wait time. If you noticed here from a few weeks ago, you'll notice that my clown suit is gone. I now got my normal battle regalia on. I got my Icewing gear, which is pretty sweet. I think I'm going to actually do a blog post on the gear that I have for the Transmorg to get this. I've had several people whisper me in games, saying, "Hey, that's a great look. Where did you get the items?" So on and so forth. But I wasn't. But I haven't really given out any of the things. It's actually a mismatch. It's a set pieces and then a few pieces that you have to get in some other places. The bow you have to get from a five-man Icewing dungeon, and then the set pieces are actually from Udalar, and then the boots are actually, I don't know where the boots come from. The boots, I think, come from a lower raid and stuff. I'll actually open it up here because we're talking about some off topics. So we'll go to the head. So I got the Conqueror's Scourge Stone that makes the head, which is wonderful. It's got the 2 metal horns. Let's zoom in for you guys. Turn him around. So he's got the 2 metal horns and that gas mask look. I really like that blue look. And then, of course, we have the Scourge shoulders with the blue glow. Now, in order to really complete the set, what was only available to me was the belt, and then the actual chest and pants are from are set pieces, but they don't really glow. And the hands are also set pieces, but don't glow. And the boots are lower class. Now, a lot of people have also asked about my bow, because I chose my bow because it glows blue. I wasn't so excited that there was some Chinese lettering on it. Kind of made it feel pandy-less, like a pandy gear, but it's not. It comes from five-man IOC. Let's go ahead and join the battle. Of course, it's going to be IOC. Not IOC. Comes from 5-man. What is that called? Icewing. No, is it called Icewing? I can't remember. But let's see here. We're going to go ahead and eat. I have my stuff here. We're going to go right over to the docks. Now, the last few games here I've been playing, Ally have really been suffering, and the Horde have really caught on to kill the vehicles and then go straight to the hangar and bomb them. And we, as Ally, have done a lot of sitting. And what I mean by that is that I have seen Ally time and time again lose because what they'll do is they'll go right up to the gate. They'll go right up to the gate, the enemy gate, the Horde gate here, and just sit. They don't do anything else. And it's kind of like sitting at the top. Look at all these people. Where are they going? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people went and did that. There's not even enough people here for to take on demos. 3 out of the 4 demos. So we're gonna, this is bad. This is really, really bad. There's no reason for the ally to go up to the Horde gate so yet, and for them to do that, it breaks my heart. It tells me that we're about to lose because, we got ally that don't do anything. It's kind of like sitting at the top of the hill in front of the enemy boss in AV. A lot of new players will just go all the way to the end. They won't sit in towers. They won't try to backcap. They won't defend graves. They just go and sit, and then they wait to either kill the boss or to just sit there the whole time, and it's just infuriating. So me and this guy here, we only are using 2 of the 4, 3 out of the 4. Alright, we'll finally get another one. Now, I don't like to shoot before getting up there, because that tells the people that are up in the guns that we're coming. I still think we got some nice protection, these 2 guys running around here. Running with us. Now, you do have to be careful not to go straight to the gate right away, because there's probably... So we'll start attacking. We'll see if he can hit us. I don't think he can hit us from... Uh-oh, there we go. Now I'm being a baddie. Now let's do it. And I don't think he can attack us, which is nice. So we just keep hitting him. Now up here there doesn't seem to be that many ally, and of course there's no Hordes. But what will happen is that Hordes will stealth in or fall down just like that. Get out of the fire. Get out of fire. Yeah, you want to try to... Now that's nice. Now we've got some good protection. Normally, I don't see anybody really trying to help us, or it's one guy and a whole bunch of people sitting. This guy's going to go up and get into the fire. That's no good. I got to be really careful because right now I'm at 35%. If a horde comes along, he'll probably target me first. We have both the refinery and the quarry, which is nice. I'm still sitting here. I don't know what the rest of the guys are doing. I don't really want to open up the map because I have the responsibility of bringing down this gate as fast as possible. So this needs to go down as fast as possible. Alright, it looks like we're going to have some hordes jump on in. Yeah, if you're at the door, you want to actually do your ram because that does 2,000 damage, while your fireball, your boulder, only does 1,500 siege damage. So your actual ram does more, 25% more than the boulder, but I switch off. What I do is I actually switch off doing because you're going to have this. See, it's not even working. Let's see here. There we go. So you got that cooldown, and the good way to do it, see, for whatever reason it doesn't always do it for me, that fireball. And we're sitting up there. We still have both the buffs, which are really important. You always want to take those away from hordes no matter what. You never know if they'll ever get a siege vehicle. For example, they retake docks or whatever, or um, giving your team the best advantage is always the best advice to give. All right, so we're through. The first thing is always cap, and the reason why you always want to camp. See, where's my exit? I'm thinking. I can't even. Oh, there we go. There's the exit. Leave vehicle. The reason why you want to do that is that you don't want the guys to keep spawning here, and that forces them to spawn on their little island to the north, which is way out of the way, which is nice. Turn off always as a hunter. Turn off your growl for your pet. I'm going to recall my pet here. I'm going to turn Druid heal. There we go. Now go right after. Now burn them. This is what's going to be done. You got to burn. Burn, baby, burn. Now this is a DPS race is what it is. I can see these few seconds really matter. There it is. We got it. Wow. That was really a DPS race. So let's leave battle. And we're going to queue up right again. Queuing up. So going back to these holiday achievements, it's always, I think the best practice is to do them early within the time period that you can. The first day is always the best. And then you'll see interest in the achievements, the holiday achievements, exponentially just trail off into nothing. So if you show up the last day or two and you need help from friends, for example, doing the Headless Horseman or some other quest that requires a group, it's really hard to get that group normally. Brewmaster is another one where you want to get the Kodo or the Ram. That's very hard to do. And sometimes the holidays themselves require currency, which you have to pop on every day in order to get a certain amount of currency. So if you don't pop on, you're going to miss that day, and it's much harder to get all the pets and banners and all the nice stuff that you want. So that's really what I wanted to say about holiday things. And that's really kind of a departure from what we normally talk about. Again, if you're an advertiser here, we would love for you to advertise on the PvP Graveyard. Please go to Westernjeff.com, click on the advertisement page. You can see our press package for advertisements. We are affordable. Get your message and ad out for your product or service. If you're a guildie looking for a guild, it's a great way to reach a whole bunch of people. If you're guild recruiting, another great way. We are very cheap, and we reach a huge audience, actually over 4,000, I believe, right now. This year, Westernjeff has reached over 4,000 unique visitors, which is a wonderful milestone and a great, and we're really proud of our loyalty that we have from the people who visit and support us. Now, let's slide into our next topic. I actually wanted to talk about Westernjeff.com. So I've been really still kind of slow on uploading some of the new stuff that's going on, and the reason why, of course, is the real world comes in. And I really want it to be nice, slick, and professional. And the reason why I want it to be nice, slick, and professional because I want it to be easy for you guys to understand. I want things to be crisp and appealing to you guys. So it takes a long time. I'm going to actually reboot the entire No Defense series. Of course, I'm still going to do the stealth camping series. I'm also going to do an RBG series, and those series are going to all be free, and people are going to be able to advertise if they want on them. But they're going to be really informative, great, and a really nice way for you to learn some basics if you've never done no defense or stealth camping or some of the RBG basics. Look at that big guy. Look at him. Oh, look at this. This is huge. Oh, I love him. I got one of those myself. Click on my frost move. Oh, yeah. Here's my guy. Boom, 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 boom. So we're queued in again here. Now we're already, I think it's week 6 we're into the RPG series. On Recapped on the blog post, I'm going to put up the timer for what I believe to be the actual end of the season. So we're going to have another countdown timer. I know it was on IngenDevo.com. We had a good countdown timer. I'm going to do that again. I just need to see where Blizzard is going to approximate the end of their season. I believe we're already well into the 6th week. For those who have watched the Conquest Point optimization guide on Westernjeff.com, I'm going to take that down in the next few days. It'll still be available on Westernjeff.com, and I believe still probably in the general videos, but it's not going to be my spotlight video. I'm gonna actually put up some great BlizzCon videos, especially the arena tournament items. Those are going to be really in demand. That's some wonderful action. You guys will see some wonderful PvP in arena. So go ahead and do that. And that's because the Conquest Point optimization guide is not going to be valuable to most people already, because it's only really useful for the first 5 weeks of the RPG season for people to learn. Let's go ahead and redo my frozen ammo here. Very, very good. So I'm wondering, guys, how is your holiday season stacking up? Are you enjoying your family? Are you enjoying your parents, your siblings, your children, your aunts and uncles? Do you enjoy going over to seeing holiday? Do you guys have a certain holiday festival that's unique to you guys? I'd really love to hear on Twitter at Westernjeff PvP. What is your great holiday tradition that you guys have? I actually have in my family, my own. I actually make all the bulbs on our Christmas tree. We don't buy any bulbs when it comes like any normal ornaments. What we do is we buy blank bulbs, and I get those actually from Hobby Lobby, and then we paint them. And we paint them, basically what I do, because I have zero creativity at times, I just paint the word of whatever important day or person or location in my life is on there. So that way I don't actually have to pay for ornaments, because sometimes I'm a cheapskate. But that's become a very unique family tradition in my family, is to paint the ornaments, not to buy them. Now, my parents buy bulbs, and they do all kinds of, they like to shop and stuff like that. But in my personal family, my immediate family, we don't do that. So I think I'm going to actually get a picture of Westernjeff on a bulb. I think that would be pretty cool to upload onto the website or something, or onto Twitter. Has a great holiday season. Hello. That would be nice. I know I have a Westernjeff bulb on my Christmas tree, so I think I'm going to take a picture. Right now I'm visiting relatives, so I can't take the picture tonight and upload it onto Twitter, but we'll see. I'm going to scarf down some more Monster. I'm not drinking my normal Diet Coke tonight. I'm upgraded to Monster. Need that boost. I'm going to do this uploading for this podcast afterwards. I know I'm not live right now on Twitch, and I have had my ups and downs. I'm using right now XSplit, and I'm not happy with them, because it's very hard to actually sometimes start and actually get the overlay. They call it the kind of like control panel to start recording and to upload automatically. I'm not happy with them, because I can't get it to start half the time. And I've talked to their support, which is useless. They talk about trying to make sure you're always updated on the latest version. Did you restart your computer? So on and so forth. And half the time I can't get it to start. So I'm really looking forward probably to another software that I can upload to Twitch and be able for you guys to see the live streaming, because that is important for you guys to be able to enjoy it. I know everybody that's watching this did not watch it live. You guys are watching a rebroadcast, which is sad. But sometimes that happens, and that's what happened tonight. So even though on Twitter it says, the event is starting, and I actually did start it. You guys, this is not live, which is sad. We're halfway through this here. Now, talking also about some other things on Westernjeff.com, I'm just doing some very basic updating. I want to update all the videos, and I needed to do the calendar and some great, nice, awesome stuff. So, those things are kind of coming up. Let's get into our next battleground, can we? We've already been waiting here for 8 minutes and almost 9 minutes. 8:37, 8:38. We're just waiting on that PvP pop there. Ooh, there's some bad coughing going on. What do... Oh, I was going to say something, but now I can't. Oh, yeah. I need to bring up again our player of the week is Chris Metzen. He's a game designer for Blizzard, and he has been a awesome, wonderful game designer. He has been instrumental in bringing World of Warcraft to us and giving its unique and flavor from its unique flavor and style from other MMORPGs, massive multi-online role-playing games. That is a handful and a half to say. Don't you think, guys? I'm still looking for, as of December here, I'm still looking for an RBG group. Here I got into this new guild called Prep the Bowl. There's only 4 guys on, but that's alright because it's Christmas Eve. That's what we're doing. But I haven't seen any RBGs out of them yet, but I've been looking still to get into an RBG group. If you guys are interested in taking me into your guild or whatever, send me a private message on the homepage of Westernjeff.com. Let's see here. 2 more minutes. We're already 2 minutes past Q. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So are you guys looking forward to Legion? I still have not taken the time to actually really read over the upgrades that they're taking to Hunters on PvP. I know there's going to be upgrades and changes, especially in the stats and how we utilize the stats, so on and so forth. I haven't taken the time to look over the actual patch notes and the working beta patch notes on what's going on. I really like the Hunter right now. It really feels nicely balanced. I know people say they're kind of OP at the moment, especially with rogues. I think so. I think the Hunter's always been a great class to play for WoW. And that's why I play only the Hunter. But I wonder how many changes we'll have to have. What I really hate is that trank shot removal. It used to be that you could keep firing off trank shots if you had the focus to bring down enemy players so you could debuff enemy players. Now it's every 10 seconds, but they remove the focus. But you can change that, you can glyph it, but it doesn't make any other sense to change out the glyphs because the other glyphs you kind of need. For example, if I went to glyphs, so you see my glyphs, there's really the camo, Chimera, and the Liberation are absolutely needed. The revive one is really good. I don't have any other good miners. There's very few good miners out there. They're all kind of more cosmetic things. Yeah, like fetch, teacher, pet to fetch. I mean, that's just... Well, that could be fun if... that could be kind of useful, especially for raiding, but not... Now, Play Dead. That's a new one. That is a new one. That could be very useful. I like that. I haven't looked there, but some of the other ones, reduce the size of your pet, not really needed. Fireworks, no. Aspects. So you gotta change out for the trank shot. It's a major glyph, and you don't want to do that. So I hope they don't do major debuffs like that for hunters, where they change our tool set and limit our tool set, like they did for the trank shot. I just really don't like that. We still got our silencing shot, which is now called counter shot. That's still nice. It's got a much longer cooldown though, unfortunately. 24 seconds to silence somebody. We're still in the queue, so right now I'm thinking that we're going to be seeing another either AV or IOC. Let's see what rolls up here. I haven't looked at my player score add-on in a long time. And let's see here. Haven't been able to do that. I have a kitty cat right now on my desk. He's looking at me pretty good. He's not my kitty cat, but he's like, oh, what are all these cords? Gotta tell him, no, you can't unplug that. You can't play with that. He looks like he's gonna try to bite it now. Now you gotta tell him, no, no, no. You hear that? You hear that little dun 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 dun? It's the cat playing with my microphone cord. Oh, sorry about that. Of course, he's blocking my view. He's saying, you don't look at that computer. You look at me. I demand all of your attention. Yeah, normally I don't have animals playing with me when I do my live broadcast, but that's because I don't have animals. All right, we got our Q pop. Oh, it's AV. What did I tell you guys? AV. It was going to be IOC or AV. All right. Yeah, the worst thing is to get into an IOC or AV that's already been started. And that's because that can really hurt you on how you get around the map. And then usually people leave because they're getting dominated. And that's, rough. All right, so we still have our buff food. I have my frozen ammo and my flask on. Everything looks green across the board. Failed towers. Rename. It's not a dungeon. Rename this battleground Failed Towers. It's a battleground, not a dungeon. Yeah, people still have the same problem like in AV. People still, in IOC, people go to the end and they just sit. You gotta be in towers. I really like to go to IBT, which is Ice Blood Tower, and defend that one because it's really a targeted one for hordes. The other one that's really always targeted is Tower Point. That one is another one targeted by hordes to recap. And I think maybe Tower Point is a little bit more because their graveyards run right past Tower Point, whereas in IBT you got to go out of your way a little bit. But I still always, I almost always get a little bit of resistance in camping IVT. There's at least one horde usually always trying to see if they can come in, whether it's a stealth camp or if they're just going to try to make a bonsai attack, seeing if they can kill me off and other people off and recamp. But so I wonder sometimes, what do you think the optimal number of people in these towers are? The actual answer is like 4 to 5. And then you really want, so that's 20 people that are sitting in the tower. That's half your base. And then you want another 15 that are probably recapping towers. And then you want, 4 or 5 defending those last 2 graveyards because you don't want the hordes to take them over. And of course you need to start the graveyards You need to start the last one first, which is already in the Horde base. And then you do the outside one. I can't remember what the names are. I haven't done AV in several weeks. Here. Now, the funnest time, I think, for AV is when it doesn't come down the towers. It comes down. This is a kill fest. So they're trying to get honor points. And stuff, but let's see here. Now you might be wondering, how do you get All-Star, AV All-Star, which I think is attack a base, kill someone in the field of strife. I'm not actually going to tell you the sequence in what you guys need to do. So one moment here. What needs to happen? Yeah, the snowballs are bad. I think, aren't the snowballs mines now? Ooh, I got some lag. Around the corner we go. Alright, we got this clown in here. Power shot him, actually. Yeah, he's going to kill me if I don't do anything. Oh, he did a good job. Uh-oh. Back up there. There we go. Okay, so we always want to clear out these guys just in case. Now people tend to leave. Oh, we got a good selection, good group in here. All right, so I'll tell you. Let's look at the achievement list real quick for AV and how it's done. Yeah, I do have the Minister, and I completed. Let's see here. All-Star. You assault a tower, defend a graveyard, defend a tower, assault a graveyard, kill somebody in the field of strife. The actual sequence to actually do this is you assault a tower, which is IBT, then you have to go defend the graveyard, which is usually what you want to do is you want to let the Stone Hearth graveyard start capping, and then recap it back before it goes back. Or you can do the middle one, which I'm not seeing up in here. Now, killing somebody in the field of strife, you don't want to kill somebody first in the field of strife. Normally, you want to leave that to one of the last things to do, and that's because if you do it right off the bat, you're normally going to get killed, and it's not fun. What the sequence is: first, assault a tower. Second, defend a graveyard. No, I'm sorry. I'm very wrong on this. It's actually assault a graveyard, assault a tower, defend a graveyard, defend a tower, and then kill someone. That's your actual sequence that you need to do it. And that gives you the maximum amount of time to actually do things. If you do that out of order, normally you end up running out of time because things have already been capped and people aren't going to try to recap them. And that's specifically true for defending and assaulting. When you want to assault a graveyard or defend or assault the graveyard and assault a tower, usually you have to do tower first, then graveyard, and then defend that if possible. Yeah, so it's so this isn't good here. Let's go back and make sure I have that one right. I might have said it wrong. It's assault a tower, assault a graveyard, defend a tower, defend a graveyard, kill someone. So you do both assaults first, and then you do both defends, and then you do kill the person in the field of strife. And that gives you the maximum opportunity to do that. And I would say you would want to do the middle one here, which is called... You want to do Snowfall Graveyard, IBT, then you want to go backwards, recap Stonehearth, take Stonehearth Graveyard before it caps, and then kill somebody in the Field of Strife. That's how it's done. Now when you're defending in here, you never want to do what these two guys, what Stassen and Milkman are doing. That's very bad. You never want to do what these two are doing, and that's because it's very easy to get blown off. You always want to sit here because this is a closed node. If you know from node defense, this is a closed node. You don't want to do that. You want to put your back to the wall, and you want to sit looking. We got another, what is it? Almost done. 3 seconds, 2, 1, there we go. Now usually, no, I don't see tower point. That's already been taken. There's TB. TP has 24. They look good. They got 4 in there. It doesn't look to have any hordes with only 20 seconds left. So you go all the way down. If you're doing the All-Star, you never want to do these far ones for the graveyard and towers, and that's because you'll never get the kills and stuff. It's the likelihood of getting all that stuff in time before the battleground ends is slim to none. In fact, the best thing to do, what you're hoping for, is to actually start not a tower bringing down the towers, but rather doing people doing honorable kills and to kill people instead, so it becomes a turtle. That's what you're hoping for in order to get the All-Stars, the turtle. Okay, now it's going to be all in. Some idiot pulled all these guys out. Okay, now camp, power shot, aimed, 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 aimed. Take me, love me, love me. I got that song in my head. I don't know who sings that, if that's, No Doubt, I think maybe sings that. There we go. Another great Alliance win. Alliance is pretty good on getting those DPS races going, but sometimes you're really worried. Sorry about moving the camera here. I accidentally moved it a little bit earlier. All right, let's get right back in. Let's do another. Hopefully we'll get one quick here instead of waiting for 15 minutes. Ooh, yeah. So I got all the honor pieces. Let's see if I got it all. I should have it all. There should be no 670s in here. No 670s. That's nice. Take me, take me. Do. Let's see if I can go do a few quests while we're waiting for this next battleground queue up. I know you guys don't want to see quests, but that's because sometimes we have to wait. Let's get up here. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Let's go to my Exile's Rise. No, that's not it. It's Lunarfall. There we are. What's nice is I haven't died yet, so I don't have to keep doing my food. That's a nice thing, is when you go through multiple battlegrounds without ever dying and still win. You keep that food buff up, which is nice. Oh, that's so nice. So let's see here. Let's also talk about some other AV things, because AV tends to be an easy and a hard one to get your achievements. So I'm going to tell you actually the very hardest achievement to get in AV is Stormpike Perfection, and that's necessary in order to get Master. Very, very hard to get Master. What for people that really want to do AV and in order to get Battle Master, you're going to focus really on doing a lot of these one at a time. You can kind of do both at the same time, but do multiple at the same time. But really, you're going to really be focusing one at a time. So let's start out. You're always going to loot. If you're starting out in AV and you don't have any achievements, you're always going to loot whatever enemy corpses you kill. And that's because you want to get Tilly's, Fours, and Tiggle's picture. And that actually has a really low drop rate. It's like 1%. And the picture really isn't much. It's them sitting in front of the gates of Stormwind with the monuments in the background. It's nothing that's like, oh, that's great and wonderful. It's nothing that I would really say, oh, this is something really to see. But it's something that's needed for the achievement. Let's go back up and look at these things. Tower defense, the best strategy to actually think about this is actually go to your bases. So it's going to be south and north Dunbarder, or whatever it's called. You're actually going to probably try to stealth or shadow meld, whatever. Let the enemy actually start trying to cap, kill that first enemy player, and then recap it. Those are the towers, so you might want to do 50 games of that at least. That's the easiest way to get tower defense. We're going to skip Stormpike. I'm not going to talk about it just yet. Altric Valley is very straightforward. You just have to win 100 games. You're going to get that automatically by trying to do these other achievements. Now, Loyal Defender is not exceedingly hard, but you're going to have lots of games of AV killing enemy players. All you're going to do is at the start of the game go to your boss's base, get inside with, I think it's Vandar or Vandalar, whatever his name is, the little dwarf dude. And then you're going to wait for the Hordes to start trying to kill him, and then you're going to want to try to kill 50 players. You don't have to kill them all at the same time or the same game or whatever. You just have to kill 50 in total. And to get the kill, you have to get the kill shot. You just can't get the honorable kills. Take 50 graveyards in Altric Valley. Now, you can do this on several different graveyards. I think the easiest is the Stone Hearth graveyard, because it's always going to be capped, and you can try to recap it and go back and forth. Now, Hero Stormpike is just like the Veteran. You're going to get this automatically. You're going to get this rep all the time. You get the rep by capping towers, by killing players, and winning. This comes very quickly. Now, Stormpike Charger is actually, you have to go to, it's not Altric Valley. Let's go to World. In order to get that one, you're going to go to the Eastern Kingdoms. You're going to go to the Hillsbrad Foothills. And you're going to see these, it's called the Headland. It's right before the ruins in Altric, the mountains there. There's a little cave, and that has a lot of cool stuff in there for AV. And you can buy the Battle Charger, which is a mount. That's another easy one to get. Now, controlling both mines is something that you can do. When an AV starts, instead of going with the group, you're going to cap your first mine, which is on the right-hand side of the map, right next to your starting graveyard. And then you're going to go, and then you're going to run it, and you're going to cap your other mine. And what you're hoping for
is that they won't recap mines. What I would suggest you do in order to get both mines while you win Alterac Valley, so you have to have both mines when you win it. So I'd cap you the allies first, get to the horde, and then come back to ally and defend ally, because all the hordes are going to be over in the ally base, and that mine is right next to the base, and people like to go in there and screw around. Field of Strife is pretty easy. The dismount is a little hard. What you have to do is it's usually people trying to run away. A little bit's the luck of the draw. They'll try to they won't try to dismount if it's multiple players in a row. What I mean is if you have multiple ally with you, they're not going to try to dismount. They're going to try to run past you. Sometimes getting this achievement, the Sickly Gazelle, you're actually going to try to wait till later in the game. For example, if several towers are already down, there's still going to be hordes that trickle in once in a while. And if you have some ally with you, especially 2 or 3, and that horde is alone, they're just going to try to run away from you, and that's a great time to kill and get the kill shot. Because instead of fighting you, they're going to try to run away. The only one I don't have is Alterac Blitz. And that's because I have not been fast enough to do that. I think at some point in time, whenever I will get a video going for that, but that's the one I don't have. Now I do want to go back up to Stormpike Perfection, which will be your absolute most difficult one to get, and it's required for Master Alterac Valley. I'm going to tell you how I got it. I got it by luck, and stupid luck, and I didn't even know I was going to get it right beforehand. What happened for me is I actually entered into a AV when somebody left, and it was a turtling fest is what happened. And I think what happened is that there was 2 groups of organized players that made that happen that I wasn't a part of. Normally you're going to get Stormpike Perfection. If you're not in an organized group, it's going to come by simple, dumb luck. It's luck of the draw. It's kind of like AB Perfection with a 5 cap and they don't have any points. People get that. I've heard many times on the forums, hey, we just got it. It happens. Well, it happens quite a bit, but for you to get it, it's very rare. And that's really what happened with Stormpike Perfection. It's really rare to get. And a lot of times people get it only by blind luck and stupidity. So that's one method. If you finish all your other ones and you still need perfection, then it's the time to actually try to go and get to organize a group for that, which I actually haven't seen done, but I know has been done, and I know I've been a part of groups without participating in them that have done that. So it's really Stormpike Perfection is the one that's going to be really hard. All-Star, you just have to do it in a sequenced order, and it's assault a tower, assault a graveyard, defend the tower, defend the graveyard, and then kill somebody. It's a lot of things, and you have to get it done as quickly as possible because towers and graveyards, it's only one person. And in order to defend, the horde has to try to take it over. So you need somebody to actually try to camp it and actually succeed, and then for you to defend it by capping it back before it expires. So doing it in that order is really important. And I got mine in 2013, over 2 years ago. Almost 2 years ago now. And I do know that Stormpike Perfection was my last one to get. And I got it by simple luck. And it's really like AB here, which is the Perfection one, the 1600 to 0. You get it by simple, stupid luck. Okay. Let's see here. We're going to wait just another minute or so. Let's see if we get a pop here. So again, if you want to advertise here on the PvP Graveyard, please go to westernjeff.com, click on the advertisement page. I have a great press package for you guys. You guys can look over it. It tells you the statistics on the website, how many people Go there. What are my ad packages that I have? I actually have 3 of them. One is for the live broadcast like here. One is for the video series that I do. And the other one is for the banners on the blog. So, and I'm really, really cheap, guys. You won't get any cheaper than this, and I reach a huge audience. I have over 4,000 unique visitors visit me every year. Many of them come back many, many times throughout the year. They keep watching new videos that I come out. They read the blog. They watch the live broadcast. I get these guys, and that's wonderful that I have loyal visitors. If you didn't want to advertise, but you say, hey, Jeff, I like what you're doing, I'd like to hand you a few bucks. I have a donation page right on the front page of Westernjeff.com. It's really easy. It's confidential. You can do any amount that you want to do. And all those donations go to make Westernjeff.com possible. I couldn't do it without my loyal fan base. You guys really help me make this happen by giving me the tools to be able to produce videos, do live broadcasts, etc. You guys are really the awesome ones. Again, tonight is Chris Metzen is our player of the week. Congrats to Chris Metzen. He is just a wonderful, great game designer for Blizzard. Really, Blizzard really picked a winner when it came to hiring him. And again, this is going to be me, Westernjeff, signing off. You know my motto. If you follow me, I follow you. Follow me at Twitter at WesternJeffPVP, and that's the deal that I'm going to make with you. This is Westernjeff signing off. You guys have a great night. Happy holidays for Christmas and the New Year's and Kwanzaa. That's a great thing, guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful time with your families. I'm going to see you guys later. This is Westernjeff signing off.